Alright, guys. We got, in my opinion, the best pay-per-view card so far this year. We got bangers starting from the prelims all the way to the main event. We got Tatsuro Taira in the prelims. Got people like Brady, Buckley in the main event or main card. But yeah, what's going on, guys? It's Sham MMA, and in this video, I'll be quickly going over all the fights on the main card of UFC 328, and I'll be giving my predictions. I'll also give my full predictions for the entire card at the end of this video. Let's start with the first fight of the main card. Bobby Green versus the hardest hitting 145er, Jeremy Stephens. This low-key could be a fight of the night contender, but the only thing that's keeping me away from saying this is that Bobby Green can get knocked out by a flippin' feather. And in order for this fight to be a banger, we need Bobby Green to kind of stay alive. Some nights he'll look like Ilya Taporia, and some nights he'll just look like Bobby Green. But this Saturday, he will win. He's going to win. On my life and your life, whoever's watching, Bobby Life is winning this. I think Bobby looked really good in his last fight against Zell Huber. But we also need to take in the fact that Zell Huber is absolutely garbage. But I think the same boxing speed and reactiveness he showed against Zell Huber, I think he'll be here in this fight also. Jeremy Stephens just has that power, but it's going to be like an old washed up Josh Emmett type of performance where he's just getting speed mogged and he's trying to find that one big shot, but he's just too slow. I also think he has a really good chin and he's really tough. So I think Bobby Green is going to make him look like a punching bag for 15 minutes straight. He's going to get a decision win. Oh my God, bro. I love this fight. We got Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Now, I was super on the edge for this fight, but the more closer we get to fight day, I think the more clear it becomes for me. Give me Buckley by third round KO. I'm sorry, I just can't trust Sean Brady's quitting ass. As soon as a striker with power gets in front of him, gets in his face, and starts to pressure him, he just folds. And I just can't pick that. I think Buckley's a lot more composed and calm. He's got really good kicks, got really good hands, and he's got power in both. Also, in the fight with Usman, sure, he got wrestle fucked the entire fight. But at the end of the fight, he showed heart and grit, got up, started stuffing the takedowns, and almost knocked out Usman. All right, for a split second, I thought he was going to knock out Usman. So did you. Don't lie. I cannot say the same thing about Brady, bro. I don't see enough heart from him. He gets overwhelmed. He gets scared. And on top of that, Buckley has a pretty big reach advantage. I wouldn't say pretty big, but I think it's like a 3.5-inch reach advantage, which it's still decent, right? Especially for him being the striker. Yeah, he's going to need that. And the cherry on top, Buckley literally started to train with Kamaru Usman after their fight. So I'm confident in his defensive grappling. I do think Brady will have some success in the clinches early on in this fight. But I think Buckley's going to start stepping on the gas the more this fight goes, right? I think he's going to get a KO in third round. Next fight, we got Volkov versus the Dominican Poppy. Now, remember the fight with Gane and Volkov and how Volkov should have won the fight, but he got robbed? Then we look at Gane versus Aspinall, and Gane looked really good against Aspinall. That made me wonder, is Volkov really like that good? And I know MMA math shouldn't be a thing, but I think Volkov's getting a little underrated here, even though he's the favorite here. But I'm sorry, I gotta go with Waldo, man. Waldo just looks really sharp and really technical and accurate in his recent fights. When he was fighting Derek Lewis, he was able to avoid the big shots coming his way, which tells me he has that composure and calmness to him. As for Volkov, bro, I think Volkov's a little sloppy. That might be a hot take, but because of that, I think Waldo's going to catch him when he's trying to enter the pocket. And he's going to land the bigger shots, do more damage, look better for the judges. I don't think it'll be enough to kind of put away Volkov. Volkov's pretty tough, has a pretty good chin. Not a lot of people can put him away. And, I know a lot of people are seeing Waldo like knock out Derek Lewis recently, but Waldo is not really like a KO guy. He's really not. He kind of gets a lot of his wins by decisions. So we're going to go with Waldo by unanimous decision here. Now, moving on to the co-main event. I literally did a whole video breaking down this fight. So if you want a whole video dedicated to breaking down this fight, go watch it. And if you've already watched it, you know who I'm picking. Give me Joshua Van by unanimous decision, bro. I think Taira is a little reckless in the pocket, and when he does enter the pocket, he's not reactive enough to evade shots. And that's literally where Van thrives in. Those counter shots. It's there for him. Van also has great takedown defense, 81% takedown defense. Sure, it hasn't been tested by someone on the level of Taira, but Joshua Van had a whole training camp for Pantoja's grappling. Now he has a whole training camp dedicated for Taira's. That's two training camps in a row for two of the best grapplers in this division. You don't think his grappling's gotten better? I think, personally, I can put my trust in his defensive grappling and especially in his ability to get up from bad positions. Another reason is I think Tatsuro Taira is super low output on striking. Like he doesn't throw enough to kind of put any type of threat for Joshua Van on the feet. You know, if he threw some leg kicks, sure, I could see him winning this. But the person who's gonna be throwing leg kicks is Joshua Van. Tatsuro Taira has such a wide stance, bro. The leg kicks are gonna be there on some JDM shit, bro. I'm telling you, you hear this right now? I think he's gonna eat up Tatsuro Taira's leg. So yeah, give me Joshua Van. Now for the final fight, we got Khamzat Chimaev defending his belt against Sean Strickland. Bro, the back and forth between this fight got me so hyped for this, bro. But okay, let's talk about the fight. As for the fight, I think this is stylistically the hardest fight for Khamzat in this division specifically. However, I think he's going to beat Strickland. I think he's going to make it look easy. I know. It doesn't make sense. I think he's the hardest fight, but I think it's going to look easy. Let me explain. I think Strickland has the best chance in this division to beat Khamzat, right? He's got the cardio. And I also think grappling-wise, he's more technical and he has overall better grappling than DDP. I think that's a hot take. DDP is like his wrestling is kind of just based around just brute strength. But even though through that, Strickland was able to show his ability to get up when taken down in their first fight. But man, Khamzat's on a different level. Now, who's the best wrestler Strickland has fought? Is it Anthony Hernandez? Hell no. Anthony Hernandez's whole persona, his whole like grappling, everything about him gets carried by his cardio. If you take away his cardio, he's nothing, right? Like his grappling, like sure it's good, but it's not on Khamzat's level. Khamzat is just on a different level. Now, the best grappler Strickland has faced, Kamaru Usman, and he got mauled and taken. Kamaru Usman isn't a middleweight; he's a welterweight. So, with that logic, Strickland got overwhelmed and out-wrestled by somebody a bit smaller than him. Now you have Khamzat, who did the out-wrestling to the guy that out-wrestled Strickland. Now, Khamzat has better wrestling than Usman, I think. And I think a lot of people would agree on that. And on top of that, Khamzat has the ability to finish you on the ground. And that threat is much greater than Usman's. Like, Usman will take you down, he's going to control you. He's not going to submit you. He's probably not going to ground and pound you. Now, where have we seen this before? We've seen this, my boy JDM. JDM got taken down a couple times by Bilal, but he was able to get back up really easily. Why do you think that? That's because Bilal doesn't have finishing abilities like on the ground. He's not going to submit you. He's not going to ground and pound you. He's dead ass just taking you down. He's going to hold you down there. So because of that, JDM was able to kind of give up his neck, and he didn't have to care about giving up his neck. He's like, I just got to get up. Against Islam, though, if you get taken down, you can't be reckless. You make one wrong move, he's gonna latch on to a dart stroke. So I feel like because of that, it changes your whole game plan when somebody's more of a dangerous grappler. Now in this situation, the dangerous grappler is Khamzat. And in conclusion, I think Khamzat's gonna submit him in round two. Round two or whenever he wants to. Right? Whatever the hell round Khamzat wants to submit this guy, he's going to get the submission, I think. It's going to be too much for him. He's going to make it look really easy. Easy dubs. Now, these are my full picks on the entire card of UFC 328. And yeah, guys, that's it for me. It's been Sham MMA. Peace out.